Good evening and welcome to the Whisky Lover Society with me, Gert de Tief. And today we are looking at Glenlivet. This is the Glenlivet Triple Cask Matured. It's matured into the traditional casks as well as American white oak, and it's finished off in ex-sherry casks, bottled at 40% alcohol per volume, and the cost is around 55 euros for 1 liter, available at any local shop. So this is going to be a quick review, no nonsense, no background information, no information with regards to the distillery. I think that is a distillery that's well known all over the world. You go into any whiskey bar, any pub, any whiskey shop, and you will find a Glenlivet, all the ranges that they have, and they do have a lot of type of whiskies. So for me, I'm just going to give a quick nose, quick taste, and give it a little bit of a score. I've had this before. I quite enjoyed it previously, but I haven't had this in many years. So this is going to be a little bit of a revisit for me. So let's have a look. The color, of course, I presume it can be a little bit of color added. They don't state it on the bottle. They also don't have an age statement to it. So we don't know how old it is, and we don't know anything about the coloring or if they have chill filtered it, but I presume that both are a possibility in this whiskey. The color, nice little golden color to it. Nice, clear, clean, so I presume that it is chill filtered. So, on the nose. There's a little bit of a funky note to it. Like when you take your glass out of the dishwasher and it's still got that warmth around it, and you take it out and you get this little bit of a funny smell to it. So that is definitely there. Ripe pears. So I do get a little bit of the sweet notes, a little bit like fudge, a little bit of a butterscotch, and I also get a little bit of a burnt caramel when you make your own caramel, and it just just before it goes into complete being burnt. So just a hint of the burnt taste of smell of caramel. Dark honey, maybe going into a little bit of molasses. The sherry notes, there is not much of the sherry note, but I do get a little bit of a sherry note, and I think that's also where the little funk comes in, from the sherry cask, of course. Dried fruit, or maybe a little bit of a stewed dry fruit. And then I also get a little bit of a nail polish remover. That smell of nail polish remover reminds me a little bit of this as well. But it's not unpleasant. So if we go into the taste. Very nice. So it's quite sweet. The dried fruits come in, the dates, maybe a little bit of an apricot, a little bit of a coconut flavor, a little bit of a toasted coconut. I do get a little bit of a orange note, maybe a little bit of a marmalade, orange marmalade, but it's not a bitter marmalade. There's a little bit of oakiness to it, but it is very, very mild. It's quite pleasant, actually. a little bit of a milk chocolate maybe. So the bitterness reminds me a little bit more on the chocolate side, but not on the dark chocolate or the espresso side. That makes it bitter. So this is a little bit of a hint of the bitterness, which is quite pleasant. Also reminds me a little bit of an apple. When you, especially a nice apple, sweet apple, but with a nice crispness to the taste. So quite pleasant on that as well. And a little bit of a pear notes are still there, especially I think if you poach the pear in a little bit of red wine and you cut it off, it's got that nice sweetness of a pear to it as well. The funk is still there. The alcohol is not much at 40%. It doesn't. It also shows about 40% in the taste. It's not overpowering. It doesn't get that spicy burn in your mouth. It's everything is quite well balanced and quite mild. In the aftertaste, there's a little bit of a lingering taste of the oakiness, but again, it's not much. The finish is quite short. You get the sweetness, you get a little bit of the fruity flavors, you get a little bit of a sherry, and then gone, and you're just left with a mild bitterness as an aftertaste. Score-wise, I think I will give it about 74 out of 100. Good value for money. It's not going to break the bank. And I think that is also something that will be fantastic in a cocktail. It will definitely, some of the whiskey-based cocktails that come to mind, and my favorite, of course, is the Old Fashioned. I think that will also be up there with the Monkey Shoulder as a whiskey that you can use in some cocktails. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Please leave a comment as well. I always like to see some comments, and I would like to engage with everybody with regards to your views on a specific whiskey. So thank you very much, and I see you soon.